Good afternoon, members. So my name is Evelyn Kanjagwa. I'm a partner at Ronald's LLP. We are your auditors. I have pleasure to present to you the financial statements for the year ended 31st December 2021. So I'm hoping there's a copy. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so on page number 1 is the Federation information, where we have a listing of the directors who held office during the year. And so we have indicated the appointment dates there. The Chief Executive Officer, members who resigned during the year. We bank with Stanbic Bank. The principal office is is indicated there, and the auditor, Ronald's LLP. Page number 2, the director's report. So the registration and incorporation, KHF is registered in Kenya under the Companies Act. It is a private company limited by guarantee. The principal activity, it engages the government and relevant stakeholders towards achieving quality healthcare through enabling policies that maximize the contribution of the private sector. We'll look at the results on page number 7. The executive committee is listed on page number 1. The independent auditor is expressing willingness to continue in office. Page number 3, statement of directors' responsibilities. It is the responsibility of the board of directors to prepare the financial statements that we are looking through today. It needs to be true and fair. The board is also required to safeguard the assets of the federation. In the preparation of the financial accounts, we are using the applicable references and the gaps. And there is the going concern statement, the second last paragraph, that nothing has come to the attention of the board of directors to indicate that the federation will not remain a going concern for at least the next 12 months from the date of this statement. Page 4, 5, and 6 is the auditor's report. I will read through that once we do an overview of the activities and the financial position of the federation. So page number 7, kindly. Okay. So the statement of financial activities, or what was referred to the P&L statement. Ordinary subscription, there was a slight increase from 6.6 in 2020 to 6.9 million in 2021. We have a project income of 34.5 million, which is an increase from what we had in 2020 of 25.6. But as you can see, there are some projects that came to a closure in 2021. Nevertheless, we've had Wheels for Life, for instance, having a big increase during the year of 2021. Project expenditure, of course, it's matched to the project income that we received during the year. So in total, we had 33.7 million in regards to the project expenditure. So we had a surplus for a program of 813,536. We have expenditure of 6.4. So the surplus before taxation is 528,552. And then we close off at 529,201, given that taxation credit that is there of 649. Page number 8, statement of financial position. We have a deferred tax computation of 165,724. So I'll just be giving you the breakdown of some of those. So we only had a movement in that year, that is the charge for the year. Property and equipment of 43,157. So during the year, we had no additions. So basically, it's the opening balances that were there in 2020, subjected to the depreciation charge, so that then we have a net book value of 43,157. Current assets, accounts and other receivables. So during the year, we had accounts receivables of 3 million, which essentially comprised of the MSP project receivables and the subscriptions receivables. That is the 3 million there. Then deposits and prepayments of 167,675, giving us that total of the accounts and other receivables of 3.2 million. Cash and cash equivalents, that's the cash and bank balances. We have a couple of accounts that, so these are balances at the close of the year. I'm just referring to the notes, to the financial statements. So we have a fixed deposit and main account, the PAF account, Funzo account, dollar account, and the cash at hand. So in total, the cash and cash equivalents that we had in bank was 4.7 million. So our total assets during the year of 2021 were at 8,158,995. The total assets are supported by the fund balances and the current liabilities. So for the general fund balance, this is usually an account where we have the surpluses and deficits over the years that is usually now put in this account. So at the close of the year, it was 5 million, or rather 3 million, and that the movement is usually shown on a different page. And then the accounts and other payables, that's the current liabilities, were at 5 million. So during the year, we had trade payables of 1.5, we had prepaid subscriptions also, we had an advance donor deposit, and a provision for some bad debts. So the total was is the 5 million there. We have a tax payable of 8,666. So our balance sheet, that is a statement of financial position, closes off at the 8,158,395. Page 9 and subsequent pages are notes to page number 7 and 6, page 7 and 8 rather. So like the page 9 is the statement of changes in fund balances, where we have our funds. So any surplus we make, any deficits we make is usually in this page for the statement of changes in fund balances. Page number 10, the cash flow statement. So it's the payments we make out and the money we receive, so that at the close of the year, that at the end of the year is what sits in our bank as a cash and cash equivalent of the 4.7. Page 11, 12 and 13 are the accounting policies that have guided in the preparation of the financial statements we are looking at. And also page 14. So page 15 is the notes to the, we have that movement of the deferred tax that we spoke about in the statement of financial position. Page 16 showing the movement of the property and equipment. So it's the note I was referring to in regards to our property and equipment, and I mentioned we had no additions during the year. If you refer to the section of 2021. Page 17 is the disclosure notes of the accounts and other receivables, which I've looked at, cash and cash equivalents, the accounts and other payables, and the movement of the tax payable and the advance donor deposits that are reflected in the accounts and other payables. Page 8. So subsequent pages are appendices that shows a detailed analysis of the project income and project expenditure that we received during the year. So I will take you to the opinion page on page number 4, kindly. Okay. So this is an qualified opinion. So we are giving a true and fair view of the state of the Federation's financial affairs. So we have audited the financial statements of Kenya Healthcare Federation, which comprise the statement of financial position as at 31st December 2021, the statement of financial activities, the statement of changes in fund balances, and statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and a summary of the significant accounting policies and other explanatory notes. In our opinion, the financial statements give a true and fair view of the state of the Federation's financial affairs as at 31st December 2021, the results of its operations and cash flows for the year then ended, in accordance with the applicable IFRSs and the gaps and the requirements of the Kenya Companies Act of 2015. We conducted our audit in accordance with the international standards on auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities. In this report, we are independent of the Federation in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants of Ethics for Professional Accountants and other independence requirements applicable to performing audits of financial statements in Kenya. So we believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis of opinion. Key audit matter where we need to report to members where there were any matters of most significance in the course of the audit. We wish to report no such significant matter that we would want to draw attention of the members. The director's responsibilities, they are required to ensure that the financial statements we are going through is fair, true and fair. So page 5, the auditor's responsibilities is to express an opinion on the financial statements. And of course, as we express an opinion, we consider and we identify and assess the risks of material misstatements of the financial statements. We also obtain an understanding of the internal control relevant to the audit. We also evaluate the appropriateness of accounting policies used and the reasonableness of the accounting estimates. We also check the going concern that is used as an assumption by the director in preparation of the financial statements. We also evaluate the overall presentation structure and content of the financial statements. Page number 6 on other legal and regulatory requirements as required by the Kenya Companies Act of 2015 and based on our audit. We have obtained all the information and explanations which to the best of our knowledge and believe were necessary for the purposes of our audit. In our opinion, proper accounting records have been kept by the Federation so far as appears from our examination of those books, and the Federation's statement of financial position is in agreement with the books of accounts. So we can call the company secretary. Thank you.